So if I got a treat for you today, we're going to be building Mark Minervini's scan for stage 2 uptrend as seen in his book, Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard, which also includes the Investor Business Daily's relative strength rating. And if there's any other ideas that you'd like me to show you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below, and I'll see what I can do about it. Let's get started. All right, so first we're going to need to do our import function. I'm going to use Norgate data as a data source. We're going to run this on the Russell 3000. Who knows what Investor Business Daily is actually doing, but the Russell 3000 is going to give us a nice broad list of stocks. We're going to give it 1 year data. Alrighty. Okay, now for our scan settings. We're going to give it a num days of 1 because we want to run this for the most recent day. File. Use available bars false. This is a default, but what this does is it's going to not try to calculate the indicators if we don't have enough bars for it. So for example, if we wanted to calculate the 200-day moving average, but we don't have 200 bars for a particular symbol, it's just going to give it not a number, which is what we want. So now let's calculate our relative strength rating. So we're essentially going to calculate the percent change for every quarter here. Okay, so percent change of the first quarter, right? So we're going to convert the quarters into days here. The second quarter, third quarter. So these are 63 days each, right? And then we're going to give extra weight to the most recent quarter. Okay, so that gets 40%. These are going to get 20. Alrighty. So if we start with our scan here, I'm just going to filter on like everything to show all the symbols, and then if we just want to display our strength here, that should do it. All right, as you can see, we're calculating a strength now. But the problem here is they're not sorted, right? So we want the strongest stocks. So the highest strength. So we can take sort by descending values here. Strength. All right. But if we scroll down here, we can see a problem that we're getting not a number here, which is what the use available bars did. So since these stocks starting with a PCT don't have enough bars, it's just going to return not a number. So we're going to have to scrub those out. Okay, so we can just do not is not a number of the strength. And as you can see, we're only getting valid values now. Alrighty? Good. All right. So now we have to make the strength relative. Okay? So a quick note about cross-sectional functions in RealTest. All right? So there are two kinds of data that we're dealing with here. There's time series or absolute data, which is, for example, let's say you're calculating the moving average for one symbol across many points in time, as opposed to cross-sectional functions or relative data, where if you can imagine if you had an Excel spreadsheet where you had your dates on the vertical axis and you had your multiple symbols on the horizontal axis, and then you want to pick one date and calculate and drag across, right, or across the row, or take the cross section, or take the relative value for that one date, multiple symbols. That's what these would calculate. Okay, so here we're interested in the percent rank. All right, so if we wanted the relative strength, right? So remember, 1 point in time, multiple symbols. It's going to give us the relative value. We can use pound to indicate a cross-sectional functions, so the percent rank of the strength. Okay, so now if we display this value, you can see we're getting numbers from 0 to 100 now. See that? Yep. But the IBD-RS, it's going to rescale this to a value from a 1 to 99. So if we currently have 101 values 0 to 100, we want to rescale this to 99 values 1 through 99. We can multiply it by the relative strength here and then plus 1. All right, so this is going to give us the IBD-RS. So now this is what we're going to display, but then we want to display this in rounded to the nearest integer. Okay, so this should do it for us. As you can see, 1 through 99. Yep, and we got a pretty powerful list of stocks here. Okay, so now all we have to do is we have to apply Mark Minervini's rules in order to get the stocks in the stage 2 uptrend. Okay, so let's get started there. The current stock price is above the 150-day and the 200-day moving average price lines. Okay, so let's break these moving averages, these long-term moving averages, into their own data variables. And what this does is RealTest will cache these or calculate them faster in one pass as opposed to recalculating them. All right, so MA150, okay, moving average 150, and we also need the MA200. That, okay, so now our first condition is the current stock price is above both the MA150 and the stock price is above the MA200. Okay, the 150-day moving average is above the 200-day. All right, MA150 is above the 200. The 200-day moving average is trending up for at least 1 month. So this is a little vague, but the way that I'm going to interpret it is I'm going to take the percent change of the MA200 for the past month, so at 21 days is above 0, so it's going up. All right, the 50-day moving average is above both the 150-day and 200. Okay, so we're going to need an MA50 here. Okay, so the 50-day is above the MA150 and the 50-day is above the MA200. Alrighty, current stock price is trading above the 50-day. So price is above the 50-day. All right. Current stock price is at least 30% above its 52-week low. So we're going to need a 52-week low and a 52-week high. Okay, so we're going to take the lowest low of 52 weeks or 1 year or 252 days, right? Okay, so 30% above its 52 week low. Okay, so week low, we're going to add 30% to that, all right? And our close should be at least, it says at least, so I'm going to use greater than or equal to. All right. Within at least 25% of its 52-week high. So we're going to take a week high, we're going to take away 25%, and we should be above that. So it's basically a pullback in an uptrend. All right. And all right, so now our IBD-RS should be no less than 70, so at least 70. All right. Okay, so now we just have to add our Mark Minervini conditions to our filter. So let's do that. That should do it. And just for fun, let's give it. Let's also display the name of the full name of our stocks and the industry that they're in. And Norgate data combined with a RealTest will allow us to do this very effectively. And there you have it. So here's our list of super performance stocks in a stage 2 uptrend, as Minervini would call it. And if we scroll down here, we can see that we're now filtering for an IBD-RS that's at least 70. So that should do it. Yep. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. And thanks for watching.